Look at the time, it's 8 o'clock with Rob Hunter.
Rob Hunter. Cal Wilson, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, everyone I wanted said no. Firstly, you're from New Zealand?
I am.
Yes. And you know, Peter Jackson is from New Zealand, the guy who directed the third Lord of the Rings movie.
Yeah, I think he directed the other movies as well.
Well, I don't know everything about his career. Right? Was what I said wrong, or?
No.
All right. Just a friendly reminder that perhaps some manners wouldn't go astray. Hey, here's a thing. I've got something I wanted to show you just quickly. I've got this picture here, and this is a diagram of you standing next to an artist's representation of the amount of human waste you will excrete throughout your lifetime. So, I don't know if you can see this up the back, so I'll explain it. This is you, Cal, and this is the poo. Yeah, no real question there. I just thought you might find that interesting.
Not all at once, though. Like, I'm not expected to do that all at once.
No, that'd be silly. Let's talk about your career.
Okay.
Yeah. People might know you from a lot of things on TV. You've done quite a lot. You've been on Dancing with the Stars, The Gala. Thank God You're Here, the British show QI, which is a great show. And I'm a big fan of you. But on TV, you always seem to get typecast as this person with weird hair and an irritating voice. Why does that keep happening?
I guess I'm just really good at those things.
Yeah. I think you should talk to your agent about it.
Probably.
You know, I think you have more to offer. I could be wrong, but. And your career is going really well, and it's great to know that things are very positive. But I understand comedy hasn't always been kind. And I'm certainly not criticising you or anyone who is in this field of work, but I read somewhere that you formerly spent some time as a street walker.
Where did you read that?
I think I read it on the wall that I wrote it on. You're saying that that's not true?
No.
Okay. I'll take your word for that. Just after the show, though, you might want to take some soap and a scrubbing brush to the bathrooms in here and several other buildings.
I guess I'll do that when I'm doing my giant poo.
Yes. Hey, Cal, one thing you're known for is being really great at improv.
Improvisation.
Thanks, Greg. And being good at improv means you're very quick on your feet. You're obviously a clever lady. And we have a little improv challenge for you now. Do you think would you be willing to take part in that?
Sure.
All right, great. So really, all I'm going to do is I'm going to present a scenario to you, and you just have to react using your excellent improv skills. So let's present that situation now. So there are two people, and for reasons you don't need to know, one of them is going to be severely beaten, but it's up to you which one that happens to. And we'll bring them out now. As you can see, we've got a nun and a clansperson. The interesting thing, though, is that the nun is actually dressed as the clansperson, and the clansperson is dressed as the nun. So it's up to you. It's up to you which one's going to be bashed. Keeping in mind that when I've edited this footage for what I need it for, people watching will have no idea of that backstory that I've just given you. So I guess it comes down to whether your public image is worth more to you than, say, your own moral values. Assuming one of these, assuming one of them is more morally offensive to you than the other. So, Cal Wilson, of these two people, which one gets bashed? And if you don't answer, they both get bashed. You have 4 seconds. TikTok. That's all right. They probably both deserved it.
But you're not really
Right.
good.
Thanks, guys. Sort you out after the show. Little insight into your true personality there. You are doing a show at the comedy festival called Undercurrents.
Yep.
Tell me about the show.
The show's called Undercurrents. It's based on the idea that we all have stuff going on underneath that we don't show. That it's kind of like the analogy of the swan, where we have thoughts going on underneath the surface.
That's very amusing, or otherwise, depending on what you just said, if anything.
I'm having a good time at the Swiss Club.
So tell me about your family. Do you have a child? And if so, what is its name?
I've got a son called Digby.
Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that. What a terrible, terrible burden.
Fucking hippo! Fuck!
Look at me! Or continue doing that if you were already. That's better. So anyway, tell me more about your work on radio. I understand you've worked on Nova and Triple M. Please tell me about that in some detail.
I worked on Nova Radio with Akmal Saleh and Ed Cavalier for a while, and then I worked with Dylan Lewis in the morning, and that was really fun. And
and if I could just interrupt, or not interrupt if you were being silent, like some of your TV shows, radio hasn't always worked out for you, but you know what? I really like baking muffins, and I'm not going to let anyone tell me to stop doing that.
Even if I can't quite get the hang of it.
Take your beating like a man, you nun.
You've been a great guest.
oh, thank you.
Thanks so much for coming. And to say thank you, we got you a little gift. It's a baby naming book. Too late now. But you know, just in case you want to give another child a fighting chance in the schoolyard. Cal Wilson, ladies and gentlemen.
There was a time it was 8 o'clock with Rob Hunter.
Hunter.